Welcome back to Valkyria Revolution. Here we are to start chapter 4, I thought, but there's notebook stuff going on.
That is just one part of history.
If we unlock the Daryl episode, we'll do Daryl and Jordr, and whatever this one is. Oh, Ophelia. So we did get Daryl and Jordr. So let's do theirs first. Legendary hero. So yeah, we're back. Hopefully chapter 4 starts.
Is that Daryl?
Huh? Hey, good morning, lad and lassies.
Ew, you smell like booze.
Were you and Jordr drinking all night again? If the captain finds you sleeping here, he won't be happy.
Don't be so uptight about these things. You all need to hurry up and get old, so you can go drinking with me. What do you say, Bloom? Want me to bring you to a place where there's lots of pretty ladies?
No thanks.
Don't be so embarrassed. Aren't you a man? Oh, I haven't had enough to drink yet. Alcohol! Bring on the alcohol!
What a mess. Come on, Daryl. Jordr said he used to be a total badass back in the main force. Kinda hard to believe. But they say the scar on his cheek's from a huge battle protecting our border from Bulgar's army. I hear it was pretty awesome. He's like a real hero. Huh? I heard he got it during the withdrawal from the Franken engagement.
I thought it was from defending a base against Preutzen.
Huh? We all heard different stories. Which one is it, Daryl?
Oh, that. Well, thing is, that was material I used to flirt with women. Must have gone around as rumors.
You made it up?
Women like it when a scar on a man has some story behind it. You wouldn't believe how well it works to score a date. I use them left and right, though, so even I don't remember what stories I used. Alrighty then, I'd better get home and take a nap. Farewell, kiddos.
So he's just an old drunk pervert after all. Guess he can't listen to what Jordr says either. Huh?
Well, look who it is. Sergeant Ramadan. It's been far too long.
Oh, it's you. Hey, give me a break. It may not be as high as you, but I've moved beyond Sergeant too, you know.
My apologies. Couldn't forget the old days even if I tried. Seeing you just brought me back. And it seems I misspoke.
Looks like you haven't changed at all. Like how you're a superior officer, but still ridiculously polite.
Well, I'm only where I am today because you saved my life. If I may, would you like to have a drink? It'll be my treat.
Oh yeah? Well, if you don't mind.
Wasn't that some hotshot bigwig from the top brass?
Wait, so Daryl is a hero?
That can't be right. Can it?
Yeah, I was gonna say we'll start chapter 4 today, but that was actually pretty interesting. I figured Daryl and Jordr would be like joke characters. Let's see, he's awakened the potential go-getter. And then we're gonna do Jordr here. Because he always hangs around Daryl. Where is he? He's back. Jordr Kivist. Super soldier. One's legendary and one's super. That's fascinating. What's the difference?
Hey, Jordr, I think you dropped something. Looks like a photo of some kid?
Oh, thanks. That's something important to me.
Is that?
My son, yeah.
Whoa, whoa, hold the lindworm. You've got a kid?
Yeah, my beautiful boy. His name's Jamil. Right now he lives with his mother in the countryside. I haven't been able to see him for a while, so I carry this photo around at all times. It's my good luck charm.
He's so cute. Doesn't really look like you though, huh?
You got that right. He gets all his looks from his mother. My genes had no say in the matter. But he says he wants to become a soldier like me when he grows up. It seems his dream is to be part of Vandergund.
Wow, how exciting.
Still, I'm a little conflicted. I shouldn't be saying this as a soldier, but I'd rather not see my own child go to war.
It must be hard. My mother didn't want to let me fight.
Mm-hmm. My mom and pops were the same way, but they've come around.
That's what being a parent is. Which is why I want to win this war quickly and give my son a peaceful country. By the time he's old enough to be a soldier, there shouldn't be any wars or economic blockades. The best thing is to be a big-bellied soldier who takes peace for granted.
I'm sure we'll make that happen.
Here, you don't want to lose this again. Oh, there's something written on the back.
Wait! No, that's...
It must be a little note from your son. Let's see. Dad, be the best captain you can be. Captain?
Jordr, did you...
It's just a dad trying to act cool. Keep this a secret from Captain Amlet, okay?
There's nothing wrong with embellishing a little bit. Single father. Oh, okay. So Daryl's a war hero and Jordr's a dad. Did not think
That is just one part of history.
that they'd be so wholesome. Well, not wholesome, but oh yeah, wholesome. Because the guy who he saved his life. He gave him a drink. All right, what's Ophelia got going on? Pulling rank. So we got Ophelia, Jordr, and Daryl all in this video.
How dare you call yourself a senior officer after that?
I'm so sorry, Your Highness.
Shouldn't a man of your rank be held to higher standards? Those in positions of responsibility should lead by example. Yet here you are, setting a bad precedent for everyone.
There she goes, lecturing senior officers, just like back in school.
The punishment you inflicted upon that student was unjust.
They broke the rules!
Yet here you are, laying judgment without due diligence.
A blatant violation doesn't require an investigation.
What if there were extenuating circumstances? You cannot be certain when you base your verdict on appearances alone. Rather than punishing people as guilty till proven innocent, we must work together toward prevention and rehabilitation. Or do you presume to serve a justice higher than the crown?
It's like nothing's changed. Has she forgotten she's in the military?
Or do you presume to... Oh,
There we go.
my apologies, sir. That was completely out of line.
What?
I forgot my station as a Vandergund soldier. I am certainly in no position to be voicing my opinion to a senior officer. Oh dear, I've been acting this way to the captain too. When I disagree with something, I simply cannot stay quiet. Even Godot warned me to mind myself just the other day. I am terribly sorry, sir. 'Twas much too impertinent of me. Please reprimand me however you see fit.
No, I cannot. For me to do such a thing to the princess...
Please, I beg of you. Disciplinary action is clearly needed.
I see. Then... ahem. Yes. Well, your behavior toward me was truly wonderful.
What?
Carry on, just as you are now, and continue to scold me.
Scold you?
Right. If there's anything I can improve on, you have leave to admonish me anytime you please. Am I understood, Ophelia?
I understand. I will keep scolding as best I can, sir.
At ease.
What the...
She's become really popular, which is fascinating. It didn't give us anything. It just, more things. So I was informed that,
You're quite studious. How splendid.
I should be upgrading Godot's weapon for some reason. That hasn't been made clear to me. No spoilers or anything, but someone told me that. So, gonna upgrade Godot's weapon as the first thing we do when we get free. But for now, let's start chapter 4.
Then allow me to continue. The 5 imperial powers of the world: Brenland, Preutzen, Frank, Hubstria, and Ruse. These empires held regular conferences known as the Vian Summit.
That's the forum they used to exchange information on how best to govern Europa, wasn't it? The leading superpower was the Brenish Empire. Like today, their country was the most influential in Europa.
Why is Emperor Claudius not here? I'm sure you can guess the reason.
Well, it would seem that Jutland has him thoroughly whipped. There's no way he'd show his face now.
But it is still the dead of winter. I do hope his imperial posterior hasn't frozen to the throne.
I have a message from His Majesty to everyone present. Let us hear it then. Speak. Spring is nearly upon us.
Is that all?
Indeed it is.
What an amusing man.
I believe everyone understands its meaning. The time when the signs of spring surround us is the time the Rusi Empire redraws the map of Europa. Please look forward to it.
That parvenu. Dreadful as ever. The temperature drops every time they enter the room.
Everything is as the Ancient, the Valkyria, wishes it to be.
When shadows fall.
I'm honored that you've graced me with some of your time. I know you're a busy woman.
Nay, the honor is all mine. Thank you for this opportunity.
Let's dive right in. You've led Jutland to victory after victory, all the while solidifying its people's trust in you. The reason I asked for this interview is to learn how your Highness feels about the war and her plans for the future.
Please, ask anything you wish.
January 6, 1854. There is record that Ophelia was interviewed by Fritte the traitor. With a sincere voice, she spoke of why she stood on the front lines, as well as her aspirations for the people.
Many would describe this war as one fought for liberation.
Just so. The fight for freedom, liberation as you put it, has united the people as one.
I agree.
Furthermore, there is something I wish to inform you, now that the opportunity presents itself.
By all means.
Well, you see, within the ranks of the Rusi Empire, someone who was thought to be long since dead The Prince of Ipsaria is alive.
Is that so?
Indeed.
It hasn't been confirmed.
This is a delicate matter, Your Highness. Would you allow me to decide whether or not to include this in the article?
I mean, but she'll know if you did it or not. She put him in checkmate without, but she wasn't trying though.
The princess is the same as usual.
I'll be leaving out the shocking truth about Laertes.
Naturally. Amlet, it's dangerous having the princess and prince meet. Can you do anything at the site?
I can kill him.
Sorry for increasing your workload.
He says he's a grand general. That makes him an enemy.
Gotta wonder why, though. The Rux do his folks in, so this one-armed wonder signs up as the Emperor's new pet? Please.
Regardless, we can't have her doing something unpredictable. I'm counting on you, Amlet.
Yeah.
Where you headed?
Where I'm needed. Violet is investigating. But now that discord has manifested at the Vian Summit, our best move is distracting Ruse with the major powers. If all goes according to plan, I can buy you time to upgrade and tune up your arsenal.
That's our Saul. His plotting face is not just for looks.
Never is.
Alright, fragment was added to the history book. So the history book's this one.
You're quite studious. How splendid.
But it's a short book. Oh, 2 new fragments. The actual interview. And absence of doubt. Who is that? Oh, that's the negotiator guy.
First question. The word princess doesn't usually call to mind someone wielding a sword or gun. I admit even now, sitting in front of you, trying to imagine you braving the battlefield is...
A bit difficult?
Yes, excuse my bluntness.
I did not want to be trapped by conventional ideas of what a princess ought to be. As I learned in my institute days, there is much and more I would never have known without leaving the palace walls.
It's my understanding that you excelled at the Institute of Alchemy.
Alchemy was not the only subject I studied there. I met people from many walks of life, and from them fostered different ways of thinking. 'Twas like entering a new world. Those experiences made me who I am today. And as a member of the royal family who holds the kingdom's fate in my hand, I felt it was my duty to protect the people I had met.
And that sense of duty is what compelled you to join Vannergund?
Just so. I applied the moment it was established.
And your father, His Majesty, did not oppose this at all?
But of course he did, along with half the country. Nevertheless, I worked hard to earn everyone's understanding and approval. Fortunately, my Ragnite aptitude complements my convictions. I suspect that played a role in swaying their opinions. History tells of many royal women who have taken the field. I am certainly no exception.
Well, this is true. I've heard stories of a Brennish princess who once led the charge in battle herself.
As you may know, the blood of that same princess flows through my veins.
Are you saying you were born for this?
At present, I believe that fighting connects me to my subjects, so to speak. The battlefield reminds me of what it means to be royalty. Some call me a savior, but I do not deserve such a name. In combat, I am but a soldier. I learned that lesson well. Untethered by titles, I can wield a sword without restraint. Knowing that I stand with 8 million Judish lives at my back is what gives me the strength to fight another day.
Words I'm sure will give any who read this piece strength.
Why, thank you. My world has grown much wider thanks to the people I've met, both at the Institute and among my friends in the squad. They too are connected to countless other lives. Once I realized that, it felt as if liberating a country was like bringing freedom to each and every one of its citizens.
Restoring their freedom, huh? I see.
Oh, that was cool. It is weird that these are like deleted scenes almost. Where they're like, it would usually be like, hey, this is the context, this is the scene. But they just do the context, historical context, and then give you the scene in the book, which is odd. Absence of doubt.
Lord Madkine.
Oh, Councilman Lindegard.
There is something I wish to ask you, if I may.
Oh? What's that?
Where is Councilman Kallenberg? I've not seen him for days.
What business do you have with Solomon?
There are rumors that he has left the country. Forgive my impertinence. I only asked because you and Miss Sophia shall soon be uniting your family with his. I merely assumed one of you might know his whereabouts.
I haven't heard anything. How about you?
I haven't either. He doesn't talk very much about work.
Thank you for letting us know, Councilman. I'll ask where he went the next time I see him.
Okay, so there are other people besides Godot who suspect the traitors of being traitors. That's fine. Alright, let's jump back in and see if we can get to
This is a true story.
the save point or the upgrading.
February 7th. In another country within the Ruzi Empire, Solomon met with Brenlin's ambassador, off the records.
An unofficial meeting with a leading power and contributor to the BRFH blockade? The traitors even pulled that off?
I'd like to begin by stating Jutland's stance regarding the other world powers, what with this war with Ruse. We do not wish to war with the countries that are unjustly staging the economic blockade against us.
What do you mean, an economic blockade?
Ambassador, did you not agree to meet with me because you wish to have a mutually beneficial discussion? Let's be frank with one another.
You're an intriguing fellow, I'll give you that.
So I've been told.
All right, by Jove. Let's hear what you have to say first.
The land of Molda, which our country reclaimed in that initial battle with Ruse, has a history associated to it. This war originates from this grievance and has nothing to do with the other world powers.
And just what does this grievance entail?
That I cannot say. Only that it is a problem between Jutland and Ruse.
And you expect us to accept that explanation without question?
I would appreciate if you do so.
You sound rather self-assured.
Of course. I didn't come empty-handed. I have prepared a means to prove our credibility. 3 days from now, we will liberate one of Ruse's colonies.
What?
Dunfalst, in the east.
Dunfalst? That's a country with deep ties to Brenland.
Indeed. You have disputed its ownership with Ruse in the past. Our country will liberate it, and when the war with Ruse ends, we will present it to you as a gift.
Is that possible?
Certainly. Jutland has no stake in Dunfalst, and only cares to strike a blow against Ruse. However, if Brenland wishes it, we shall obtain it. I'd like you to understand that we only have our eyes set on Ruse. I would appreciate if you take our conversation back to your homeland.
Why do you wish to accommodate our country so much?
Jutland's royal family has distant familial ties to Brenland. This proposal stems from that mutual bond.
I see. I understand now.
Returning to our discussion, the sanctions you've placed against our country aren't very aggressive.
What do you mean by that?
These are merely my thoughts on the matter, but the other world powers don't think too highly of the Ruzi Empire. In fact, you wish to be rid of them if possible. With the blockade, it may appear you agree with Ruse, but don't you have plans in place to abandon them if need be?
You say very interesting things. I will respond at a later date, so I must ask that you leave for today.
When Dunfalst is liberated 3 days from now, might I ask you to draw the Valkyria's attention for a few days?
The Valkyria? You're making a frightfully audacious proposal.
It's for our freedom. Once we acquire that, we hope to form an alliance with Brenland.
Solomon, who hurried back, immediately approached the military and influenced them to move on Dunfalst. Parliament, however, had put this plan on hold. Many opinions from both the anti-war movement and the pro-war faction pointed out its low strategic value.
Jutland is presently closing in on the Ruzi Empire from the Western Front. The next target, Dunfalst, is surely off this course. Many of you within the military and Parliament have expressed your skepticism with this proposal. However, those doubts can be cleared with but one word. And that is liberation. Jutland's suffering is one that is felt through all of Europa. There is significant strategic meaning to this. Not only do we focus on the route to advance on our enemy, but by liberating the lands claimed by Ruse, our country will do exactly what we aspire to achieve in this war. These actions will put pressure against their empire.
Interesting.
Liberation became a magic word for the country, and the traders supported it to justify this battle. Around this time, no one believed Jutland could ever lose.
Dang, that means they're gonna take a big L soon.
I read it!
I feel a little embarrassed.
You sure had a lot to say.
The journalist had some very good questions. I couldn't help but to get passionate.
Well, he couldn't have picked a better time to put it out.
How do you mean?
Well, the Dunfalst mission is to liberate the colony, right? So it's good to have the princess rally behind that word. In a way, this operation takes on even more meaning.
Oh, Bloom, you're so endearingly dim-witted.
It's like they're still cadets.
Nothing wrong with that. It does good for morale.
Did you read it? Huh? Did ya?
No, not quite yet.
So, are you embarrassed?
Godot,
Yes, Your Highness.
any mention of Ipsaria has been omitted.
Well, the journalist did say he might leave it out.
Huh.
Looks like you're all here. We deploy tomorrow, 0400.
Well, this is rather sudden.
It explains why Parliament was so noisy.
I hate waking up early.
We've got your back. You want me or Bridget to drag you out of bed?
I'm counting on you, Tilda.
No hesitation, huh? Well, it's no wonder, given the other option.
Prep and get some rest, all of you. Dismissed.
Okay, new secondary weapons can be developed.
What's the matter? Well done.
Random Ragnite. Shield. Syria urban area. Route enemy commander. This is where the story is at. The story mission. Operation Dunfalst Liberation. Yeah. Okay, we won't do that this week. I'll grind a bit on my own.
Need something?
Good day to you.
Off camera, and then when we come back, we shall advance the story.
Yo! What do you want?
Why was I blinking there? More guns. Wolf 6. 3 shots. Armors. 8 shots. Here goes. Wolf 4.
How about this?
Ammo of 7?
Pretty good, yeah? How about this?
Grenade 5.
Pretty good, yeah?
Flash grenade.
How about this? Pretty good, yeah? Pretty good, yeah?
Call it a day. 100. I like critical. Nope, never worked.
How about this? Pretty good, yeah?
Yeah, just upgrade him. Heal.
Pretty good, yeah? this? Pretty good, yeah?
Water. Man.
Pretty good, yeah?
Melee critical plus 1. What do we have here? Blade smash. Spinning, spinning,
How about this?
Earth 5. Let's see if we can make this happen. Rank 6.
How about this?
Almost like a spear fish. We might be out of stuff we can use, actually. Round
How about this?
Whatever, I'll do more of this off camera.
See ya. What do you want? How about this? Pretty good, yeah?
A5.
See ya.
Let's see here. What else can we do? We'll check the story and we'll call it a day. Lots of story this week.
What's up?
Welcome.
Nothing new yet. Anything we're building per se.
Have a good one.
Tailoring quality.
Come on in.
Fire high grade weapon.
Come back anytime.
Which reminds me, are we going to the desert next chapter? Interesting. Well, either way, I think we're done for this week. And like I said, a lot of story. We didn't really get much done like I wanted. But I'll do the grinding off camera. But for now, thanks for joining me for more Valkyria Revolution. I'm glad we're in chapter 4, so hopefully next time we'll be able to progress the story. But until then, catch you later.